Hi, I'm Jeff with Enjoy Our Yard. It's springtime, and here in Pennsylvania, it's time to start looking to purchase those plants at a box store or nursery. And here's 5 quick tips to see if you can make those purchases more effectively and maybe even save some money. First thing, if you see a plant that has a lot of yellow leaves, this particular one here would not be our first choice, but there weren't that many in the store, and this is something that we wanted to get. So seeing the yellow leaves could be a sign of a nutrient problem, things like not enough nitrogen. So again, maybe not your first choice, not grow in the best of conditions. Second option, plant that might be root bound tends to be one that, here you can see all the roots are going in a circle, which means when you go to plant this, those roots are so used to being in a circle, they're gonna have a hard time stretching out. Dig a hole a little bit bigger than the plant or the pot itself, so you can loosen the soil. Tease the roots apart so that you don't break them, but you'll be able to have encourage the roots to grow outward versus continuing in that shape of the pot. Here's another example, and this particular one, the plant's not very big, but oh my, look at all those roots. So that may have a hard time establishing itself. It's used to this cell. It should have been transplanted a while ago. So when we put that in the ground, we have to be careful that the roots do extend out. Here's a real easy one. If the cell has 9 holes for 9 plants, make sure you have 9 in there. Sometimes you can find a 12-pack. Over time, these plants that are just grown en masse tends to then have a couple that may die. So when you're picking those cells, count the plants to make sure that you have as many that you think you're supposed to have. The opposite is your friend. If you find a pot that might have 2 plants in it, here's a golden Alexander perennial. This is a native plant to Pennsylvania. I'm hoping when I go to plant this, I can actually get 2 plants. I'll separate those roots very carefully, and now instead of purchasing 1, we got the benefit of 2 plants. The last option, when you buy those flowers, especially the flowering annuals, it's tempting to find the ones with the pretty flowers. If you have a choice, look for the ones that are more bushy. The flowers are great to tell the color, but all the energy that the roots are absorbing is now going to go toward producing the flower, when in fact you want it to grow a bigger plant. So between deadheading and pinching back, things you can Google to find out how to do that are going to give you a better plant in the long run. So finding the flower that you want, the color is important, but if you have a choice, look for the bushier plant. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.